We have breaking news out of Grindavik as the club make 2 deadline day signings, including smashing the Icelandic transfer record for a second time this season. Now for more, we cross live to local reporter Hogan Chadson. No, mate, no, it's me, Chaz Hogan. Unfortunately, young Hogs couldn't handle a big night out with me, so you stuck with me instead. But yeah, there's 2 signings in here. The first is the 19-year-old Chinese fullback Meng Jianyu. He joins on a free. Then you got your record signing, the French winger Lamine Cisse. He joins from Nancy for 85 grand. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It's Season 5, Episode 5 today, and we have a big Champions League qualifying tie. The 3rd qualifying round against Molde, the team, of course, who ended our Champions League campaign last season in the playoff to get into the league phase. Today, if we beat them, we get to that playoff again, but like last season, we guarantee ourselves, obviously, a big payday just for playing in the Champions League playoff, plus we guarantee ourselves Europa League group stage football or league stage football. If we lose today, it's not the end of the world. We'll be still guaranteed at this point Europa Conference League. You could argue that's maybe the best place for us, but obviously we're going to do our very best to make sure we win. Now, we have done 2 transfers on the transfer deadline. The first one is a Chinese left-back, Meng Jianyu. Now, I don't think we've ever had a Chinese player before on the Impossible Dream. This guy was a free transfer. He was at Inter, but he's very good, I think, potentially. Anyway, 19 years old, already 10 caps for China, which maybe doesn't say that much, but physically, he's very good. He can dribble and cross, he can tackle, positioning's not terrible, and he's got some other really good mental stats there. I think he's going to be a star for us, if I'm completely honest. If we go and have a look at his career, as I say, he came through at Inter, has not played a game of football before, but I think you'll find, crucially, if we go to information here, no, he's not, he is just Chinese. I thought he has dual nationality, so he is going to count as a foreign player for us, which is not ideal, but, well, we'll see. If he turns into a star, it doesn't matter, does it? But the other signing that we've made is this man, Lamine Cisse. Now, he can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play up front. He's a really good player in that sense that because we have very limited squad registration in the league, he kind of covers anywhere in that front 3 for us. So I think that makes him a very important player, and there's a lot to like about these attributes. The only thing there that maybe isn't ideal for an attacking player is anticipation. But he's very well-rounded physically. He's got, a lot of the key attributes that we would want from an attacking player. And I think he's going to do very well for us. Now, we paid 85 grand for him, which is obviously a massive fee. It smashes our previous record. And he has played in Ligue 2 in France many times, I think. Has he? Or maybe he hasn't. Yeah, he has. He's played there before. It kind of fell out of favour. He was transfer listed at Nancy for 85 grand, which is what we've paid. So we'll see what he does. I think he's going to do quite well for us. Now, the other thing that has happened, if we go to the board performance here, we can see we have asked for and been granted improved training facilities. So that is 6 months away. That is excellent news. Obviously, it helps just build the club up a little bit more. And it's good news. It's I think it costs 1.8 million. I put that on Discord earlier today, so if it'll be confirmed there exactly how much it costs. So yeah, that's good. We'll have it by the end of the season. Will we complete it in 6 months? Oh no, so it started there. So 6 months. Yeah, so we'll have it sort of by Christmas, basically. It'll be a nice Christmas present for the club. So that is that. Now, there is one game to catch you up on before we get to the Molde tie. That was in the league against Leicester. So let's see how that went. And that was also the highlights. Absolutely nothing happened in this game. We've had another word to Stephenson about his recent form, which is just not good enough. You can see we had 2 young players now. They're both left-footed or left-sided players. It was this game that really made me... the Chinese left-back was already kind of in the works, but it was this game that made me go out and get Cisse, because it's painfully obvious that without Rocky, we're just a man short, in attacking areas. We don't have enough depth to be able to get us through in the league and in Europe. So that was that. No more drop points in Europe, although this was away from home. And an update of the league table there. Still in a very good position. We're 7 points clear, so it's still absolutely fine. We still haven't lost the game yet. But you can see we've almost drawn as many games as we've won, which is not ideal. So, Molde is... Oh, we've got a game in between the Molders against Grindavik. So that's going to be a tough one, which I'll have to catch you up on after the first leg. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here against the Norwegians. And we are expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. Adnan Januzaj is playing for them now, so he's going to make a debut. That's not ideal. Then Donker as well. So there are some big players certainly in terms of names in this Molde side. So it's going to be tough for us. The team we're sending out: Andreasen in goal. Denny Sanchez, Andreasen, Antonsen, and Matheson are the back four. Sayas, Turpitsen, and Capiello in midfield. Viva, Turco as a left winger. Gardini is going to be the striker for this one. We've got a very strong bench, including Cisse, who you can see has no match sharpness, so it's not really one for him to start. But hopefully we'll be able to give him a little bit of game time to get a look at him early on here. Our Chinese player, we're only able to register one in the squad for this, so we'll register him for the next round of Europe, whatever competition that is in, and then we'll kind of have a look at him at that point, I would say. Oh, Fabio Grosso is their manager. Now, he is probably one of my most hated men alive. At the Socceroos thing back at the 2006 World Cup, he was the man that took the dive over Lucas Neal, and I would love nothing more than to send his side out of Europe. That there are some very good players in that lineup, aren't there? But what do we say to this? We need to go and put a worthy display. I can get on board with that. We are at home, so we need to have a good first leg performance here. We saw last year when we got knocked out by them. I think we lost, was it 1-0 at the home leg? And then, of course, we went to Molde, and it was a goal fest, wasn't it? 5-4, I think, in the end we lost. But we were going for the win. And at one point, we were actually tied on aggregate. So I probably should have dealt with the game a little bit different at that point. But we'll learn from that, and we'll go again here. Now, in terms of squad registration for the league, it's very confusing with the two different squads that we've got. I mean, I'm confused. You guys have essentially no chance. Are we going to have Roof watch here in a moment? What we've had to do is Turco, who is on loan, we've taken him out of the league squad. So he is only a European player now. The reason I've done that is because he is a lone player, so he's not necessarily going to get unhappy. He'll be unhappy, but he's not. It's different unhappiness to a player that's contracted to us. So he is just a European player now, and Cisse is into the league squad. Our Chinese Yang Zhen Yu, or whatever his name is not. He's not registered, I don't think, in the league squad either. But we've got a Molde highlight here. And, oh, that is good. That is very, very good. And we're 1-0 down. Oh. Why? We've got a Nemesis club here, don't we? It's just very good. Well, you know, could we have put more pressure on the ball, perhaps? Could we have done a few things differently there? I wonder, having seen that, we'll get rid of this, but I wonder if we want to go and put a bit of a higher press on them. Try and you know, press them away from our goal. If that's what they're going to do when they get close to it, then we might need to do that. Of course, no away goals, we've got to remember, so it doesn't hurt us terribly in that sense, but obviously we don't want to be losing the home leg. We saw that didn't work out for us last season. That is headed away. Antonsen will pick it up. Can we go and get them on the break now? Antonsen, not the best with the ball at his feet. Hacks it forward. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. And is he offside? Andreasen is there to make the save. Let's give it a demand more, perhaps. And have we put too much pressure on them by saying, you know, we go and put a show on for the media, basically. It's 1-0 at the break. Now, we haven't been terrible. We've dominated possession. They've only scored the one. We have been unlucky so far based on the match stats. So let's go with that. And let's get back out there and see if we can go and get ourselves level on the night. Gardini up front is not having a good day. What can we do here? All right. Let me have a think about this. Okay, I'm not going to make a sub just yet, but we're going to look to exploit the flanks here, look for the overlap since we're playing with the lower tempo anyway. And then we might look at, we've got Cisse on the bench. Could he make himself a hero early on here? We've got Januzaj over a free kick. It's coming. Oh, could Andreasen have done more there? All right, well, we need to change something now, don't we? Because this is drifting away from us again. How much bend does he put on that? That looked like it was sailing off into the distance, and it's just whipped back in like you would not believe. We'll wait for this highlight, then I think we might need to switch things up, go 2 up top. The problem with that is that Viva's playing quite well. But it needs to change, doesn't it? Andreasen. Oh, that referee! Come on, mate. Surely that is a shoulder in the back of Sayas. Anyway. Okay, so we've made our changes. We've taken basically our best player off in Viva. He just doesn't fit into this formation. We have brought on Halkson, and we're just going, well, you can see what we're doing there. So Gardini and Turco will be the 2 up front. And we need a goal to get ourselves back into this tie, don't we? Yeah. They do look a decent side, don't they? And of course, they're going to have had the Champions League money from last season. So, can we try berating? That has just not quite gone for us, has it? That is a very, very disappointing result. We've got a lot of work to do now in Norway to try and rescue this. So there we go, youthful Grindavik come unstuck. Yeah, we really could have done without that Januzaj free kick going in from Reykjavik, couldn't we? Anyway, guys, wait there, and I'll play through Breeder Blink, and hopefully we can rescue the second leg. Okay, welcome back, and we come back to a little bit of troubling news. Malmo have decided they like Kike Viva. Now, he's unhappy with us right now. They've offered, you can see what they've offered for him right there. I want 250 grand, so 250,000 and 50% of the next fee, of the percentage, of the next fee. So yeah, that's what I'm asking for. He's upset because I priced him out of a move, and so we just got a little bit of a disagreement there, but it'll be fine. Hopefully, anyway, he'll keep playing. But yeah, the issue we have now, of course, is that if we sell him after our window is closed, we can't replace him in Europe or in the league. So yeah, that's not ideal, obviously, but we do have Cisse in now, so we could maybe work a way around it. But for now, I definitely want to try and keep him. Now, there is the one game to catch you up on, of course, before we get to this second leg. It was against Breeder Blink in the league, away from home, a very, very tough one to face, sort of mid-European tie. So let's go see how we did. We fell behind midway through the first half. And it was 2-0 midway through the second half, before Breeder Blink completed our humiliation. So it was a terrible result. Now, the performance, though, wasn't as bad as it looks. Stephenson is becoming a real problem. I issued a warning to him for a poor performance after previously speaking to him about his poor performances, and it is getting to the point where, I mean, I don't want to say he cost us the game because we lost 3-0, but he had 3 or 4 sort of one-on-one opportunities you would expect him to score. So I don't know what his problem is, but it needs to be resolved, or we're going to have to ship him out because, we have such a small squad, we can't afford to hang on to passengers. And right now, I hate to say it, but he's being a big passenger for us, which is horrible. But anyway, it hasn't hurt us too badly in the league. You can see there, I mean, yes, the point is only a gap now to the top, but KR have played 2 more games, and it's a 4-point lead over Breeder Blink. So that is the one that is sort of a little bit more troubling, but that's where we stand. Yeah, we just need Stephenson to start scoring. And perhaps even more troubling is that we haven't scored a goal now in 3 games, which never has been a problem for us scoring goals. So we know what to expect from them, more or less. This is the team we're sending out. Now, we are going to change things a little bit here. Now, given that we saw last season when we went after them that we at least scored some goals, so we're just going to change the formation up a bit, and I'll show you the tactical changes in a bit as well. Here, so Andreasen in goal, Sanchez, Andreasen, Anderson, and Matheson are the back 4. Sayas, Turpitson, and then we've moved Capello further forward. It is Viva. Hopefully he's unhappy, but will still play well. Turco on the left. Gardini goes up top. We do have Cisse, who's got a little bit of match practice under his legs now, so if Viva is having a big sulk, Cisse will come in, and in terms of tactical changes, not too much has changed on this front, but is it anything different there? No, that's more or less the same. But out of possession, we're pushing up, we're getting stuck in, we're stepping up, putting the press on. We're just really going to try and just stop them from getting out from their back, and hopefully take some chances when they come around. So let's see how we do here. We need a big result though. All right, so we can see the team sheets here now. Is that the guy that scored the goals against us last year when we played a high line? I think it is. So is Grosso here, I should say, going to read me like a book and just destroy us again. It's time to end this. Let's just say there's no pressure. There's no pressure on you here today, guys. We haven't scored a goal in in a month, feels like. And, well, we're 2-0 down away from home. So what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I mean, first goal is going to be absolutely crucial, isn't it? If we can get it back to 2-1, then sort of see where we go from there. But you look at that team, that Molde team, and it looks a little bit stronger than ours. Now, yes, we have some young players that are sort of more regens and maybe don't have the name recognition, but yeah, I mean, look at that roof. It's disgusting. I can't believe we're even playing here. So, yeah, we'll just kind of see how things go. In terms of Viva, I don't want to sell him, but if we get to the end of the season, we're sort of in a position now. We get to this point in the Impossible Dream where anybody we have in this team right now can be upgraded on. You know, we don't have any world-class players, so there's no one that sort of has to stay in that sense. But I do like him, and I like that he's got good physical attributes. He can dribble. Go on, Gadini, make a nuisance of yourself, mate. So I don't particularly want to sell him. But yeah, I mean, we're getting more and more scouting reports all the time, and that is not the start we wanted, is it? I said the first goal was important, and yeah, 3-0 down now on aggregate. This Molde side is just looking a little bit too good for Grindavik right now, aren't they? Andreasen just caught out a little bit. Maybe we need somebody on the cover. But that was actually Antonson's side of the defence, wasn't it, the right-hand side there? Let's give it a focus, but I think that just about ends our interest. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Viva. If he gets a bit of a sulk on, then it's sort of one of those, isn't it? You have to sell him because there's no point keeping a player that's going to be crap. And like I say, the league registration rules are so tight with 25 players total. And now they're playing inverted and inside forward, so I wonder if we try and trap them outside. Yeah, 25 players, 8 of which have come through our academy. Then you can see, it leaves us what? What's that going to be? 17 players that we can register that are sort of from outside. We just can't afford to take passengers. There's a good ball from Viva for Gardini, and he sticks one away, his second of the season. It's 1-1 on the night. 3-1 on aggregate, and all we can really hope for is just to try and give them a bit of a scare here. We've got to defend better. It's a nice first-time pass for Viva. Gadini runs off the shoulder of the defender and takes his chance beautifully. And it is important to note as well that this isn't the end of Europe. If this is where we go out, we will have a playoff in the Europa League to potentially get back into there, and that is absolutely devastating. In the 3rd minute of 2 at the end of the first half, which is also annoying, they have gone and well, they've got their lead back. 3-goal deficit again on aggregate, and between Sanchez and Andreasen, they couldn't get that clear. So what do we say to this? I mean, we can only really try and pump them up with a bit of revenge, can't we? There's not really much else we can do. Do we try and stick 2 up top? We could do, I suppose, couldn't we? I mean, we think we did that last year too, didn't we? Stuck 2 up top at some point. Both midfielders on a booking worries me a little bit as well. This is where we come back to squad depth, though, isn't it? So let's get Allmarkson, who's a more attacking player, on for Turpinson. Well, we'll raise the tempo. We'll try and get it out wide, and we'll just kind of see what happens, I think. There's a part of me that thinks if Sayas gets another booking here, sent off, he'll be suspended for the Europa League playoff. But then again, like I said before, I do actually wonder if the Europa Conference League is maybe the best place for us right now. That's going to be teams more at our level. I think we'd have a much better chance of picking up wins and points and therefore money if we were to be in that competition. I'm not quite sure what we're looking for there. It might have been Turco and been overhit. And, I mean, we can see we're putting a lot of pressure on them. We're doing our best, but Matheson can't stop Duco getting in behind him. And thankfully for us, the shot goes over the top. And, yeah, I mean, we've been better in this tie. I wonder if I was too confident with the team talk in the first leg, and that hasn't helped us a little bit. Oh, I thought Gadini was in there. Matheson lumps it forward. Gadini is in again here. He's got Turco at the back post. He goes himself. He kind of had to, getting closed down like that. Draws a save from the keeper, which is all you can really ask for in that situation. And it's another highlight for us. Yeah, I think we just look a little bit naive defensively, don't we? And we're giving the ball away again there. I wonder if we don't exploit the flank. Sanchez has done well, but again, the clearance is just picked up by Molde. We're not as good as this team, are we? You can see, I mean, we're trying, we're doing our very, very best. We're just not as good as this team. And that's always a frustrating revelation, isn't it? All right, let's get... Viva's playing well again, so let's not take him off. Let's get Turco. You're not having a great game. Let's get Cisse on out there. We'll have to use him. He's right-footed, I think. Aren't you, Turco? Who are you? Lamine? He is right foot only, so we'll get him in there as an inverted winger and just see how he goes. We've got to get his match sharpness up anyway. So it'd be nice if we could get a draw on the night. That's probably all we can really ask for at this point, isn't it? And even that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Can we demand more? No, I mean, the tie's done, isn't it? Both teams probably are very well aware of that. Champions League, again, it ends at the hands of Molde. Gadini got a goal back in first half stoppage time, and that other goal, that just killed it, didn't it? We couldn't even get to half-time at 1-1. We gave it our best shot, unlucky. I'm far from... Let's just go with we gave it our best shot. So, first leg defeat. I mean, we scored a goal, so that's the first time we've done that in ages. Malmo have come back in for Viva as well, which we've rejected because I want a quarter of $1,000,000. That's what you can have him for. Grosso, you can go away, mate. We've got a little bit of money for that. We do have a Europa League qualifying tie. Let's find out who it is we're going to be facing next episode. All right, and we will be playing Sarajevo, Football Club Sarajevo in the playoff for the Europa League. Now, they are going to be a professional team, aren't they? Very much so. Do they have, is it a grayed out team? It is not a grayed out team, so we're going to have a little bit to play against. And what in terms of money are we talking about here? So if we go to rules and scroll down, 241k is what we get for playing in the qualifying round here. And if we win, we'll go into the Europa League league phase. If we lose, it'll be the Europa Conference League. We've got to be a 50-50 chance against a Sarajevo, wouldn't we? It's that Bosnian side. I think Sarajevo's Bosnia, isn't it? So yeah, well, let me know how you think. We'll get on in the comments. Let me know what you think of the new signings. I'll see you next time as we hopefully... Well, it doesn't matter where we go from here. We're going to be in a group stage somewhere, and that's going to be some extra money for us. So I'd say Europe's been a success. We just need to start turning things around because recent form is not good. We haven't won a game since the KA game, and that was coming up on a month ago now. So, yeah, things have really, really got to change. Take care.